Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back everyone to my channel Aristoria, back with me Rehan Hakim. And today we are going to discuss about comparing themes and image from book Introduction of Comparative Literature in the chapter 5. So let's begin. Theme is rarely what makes a work of literature memorable as literature. In other words, the recognition of this disavowal of theme follows the line of distinction of literariness from ordinary language. In any case, even the simplest piece of writing has thematic strands: argument, imaginary, style, situation. Thematic units, whether known as topic, myth, leitmotif, symbol, image, mirage, or device, account for the coherence of a word and link it to other words. The cognition of such unit is indispensable to any reading. It is when we try to build a more ambitious argument about their occurrence and function that they matter for comparative reading. Literature is by essence thematic, according to George Steiner. By this, he means that any work contains a wealth of allusion to previous literature, a shorthand for evoking similar situation or experiences, and he takes the opportunity to lament the loss of cultural literacy and scold postmodern fiction for offering a series of variation without theme. Comparative literature can profitably alternate between the culturally totalizing and the functional modes in considering how to put works of verbal art in meaningful relation to one another. Thematic approaches to literature generally have to withstand a charge that they are simplistic and superficial. If literature consists of a form of enveloping a content, as people often say schematically, then to pull out the content means breaking the form, and that means abandoning the integrity of the artwork. But at least since Aristotle, people have known that a beautiful work of art can be made that represent things ugly or disgusting in themselves, just as beautiful person poorly represented makes for an ugly picture. The dissatisfaction with a thematic reading is a concern for the aspect of the work that cannot be inventoried among its content. And next, we start with the next chapter, chapter 6, Comparative Literature and Translation. If comparative literature is an account of the foreign trade of literatures, the translation is one thing it cannot do without. For by foreign trade, mean borrowing and export to and from other languages. Comparative literature has always understood itself to be concerned primarily with the relation among literatures of different language. Its founding principle is that very literary traditions are different, just as language are, and the act of comparison comes to bridge their differences, as the act of translation bridges the difference among languages. Translating is always an act of comparative literary judgment. To choose a word, a sentence pattern, a tone, a genre, and so forth is to offer an analogy between two fields of culture and meaning. Like any analogy, it is bound to fail in some respect, but the word of an analogy is what it succeeds in suggesting. The existence of translation should never be an exclusive for maintaining monolingualism. On the map of comparative literature, monolingualism is a blank through attention to multilingualism. Code mixing and creolity comparatives can make translation something other than a connector between two blank zones. And that's it, our summary for the chapter today. And thank you for watching. See you next time.